Hey everybody, this is Bonnie Barker with Bonnie Bay Crochet. And let me get this. Hold on one second. Google decided to send me a notification right as I got started. Welcome to Friday Fun Live. This is Bonnie Barker with Bonnie Bay Crochet. And we have a fun day ahead. I get to tell you a lot about this past week at the Project Fiber Festival. I'm really excited about that. It was amazing getting to meet some of you, and thank you those of you who came out and stopped by even just to say hello. It was just my joy to meet you. It was a lot of fun. It was an exhausting week just getting prepared and then getting through that. Excuse me, a little bit of throat thing going on here. But regardless of that, I owe you all a song. Last week we surpassed the $100 mark with the super chat, and I just thank you so much, those of you who contributed to that. And so we're going to be able to send that $110, excuse me, on to where are we going to send it to? We're going to be sending it to the Children's Hospital. Okay. To the Shriners Hospital for Children. So thank you so much for helping us to be able to do that. Well, anyway, in the week of busyness, in addition to the Fiber Festival, my daughter and her family, you may hear extraneous, wonderful, beautiful sounds of children in the background, and you're not imagining things. My daughter's here with her two children, and all three of them are under the weather. I have a feeling that I am a marked woman. So I wanted to go ahead and do the Friday Fun just in case that I'm not able to do that for next week. So just for the record, next week is iffy. So I'm hoping to be able to join you and be here, but I honestly don't know how I'll be feeling, and I also don't know where I will be. So it's a little confusing right now. But anyway, I owe you a song. And I haven't done this one in a long time. So I just dug this one, dusted it off, and I hope you like it. It's I'm borrowing the song On Top of Old Smoky, or maybe as a kid you may have sung it as On Top of Spaghetti. So it's just a very simple song, and we have changed it into a tragedy about a crochet hook. So so bear with me. On top of my craft bag, all covered with yarn, I lost my crochet hook, and then I said, darn. It went between the cushions and then further down, and then my crochet hook would never be found. So I went to the craft store, coupon in my hand. They had the right size, but not the right brand. So if you like crocheting with your favorite hooks, keep plenty of extras with your crochet books. All right, you can tell that's an old song. We're talking about printing out coupons, or we're talking about books. Now the whole world is about PDF downloads, and everything is on the phone. So it's been a while, but there was a time back when I wrote that. Let me go ahead and put this in the stand so it doesn't fall over. This is not the travel guitar. It's one that I keep at home, and I care about what happens to it. So I want to take care of it there. Yeah, but that was an older song. Back before I had this expensive computer in my back pocket everywhere I go. So simpler times, simpler ways. Let me go ahead and get into the group chat. And just to let you know, I'm going to try to get through as much as I can. And the order that I'm reading them is in the live chat order. I know there are different ways that they come. And so if I skip yours in the order that you're seeing, it's nothing personal. It's just there's different ways for these feeds to come in. All right. Brett's mom, Linda, so good to see you in the chat. She says, "Good morning, Bonnie, Hannah, Becky, and all my dear Yarnies from sunny and pleasant, for now, Southwest Chicago suburbs. Please, friends, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Praying for all of you." Now, this is a big week for Chicago. I'm not able to attend this year. We just want to stay closer to home. A lot of family stuff happening right now, a lot of moving parts. So we didn't think it was an ideal time for us to go to Chicago. But there's a big H&H Americas thing. You're probably seeing a lot of other crafters and people posting about it online. And I just want to wish you all the very best. And those of you who are local, check it out. There might be some things that you'll be able to see or participate with. I know there are going to be a lot of classes. I think that was maybe the past few days. I don't know, but check online, see what you can find. Kelly, thank you for posting in the chat. Sorry about what's going on with your sister there. And no, I'm not able to show I don't really have a way to show that your beautiful crochet there, but she did make a beautiful I guess a pacifier uh, holder kind of a thing. I'll have to share about that online later next week. And she also said she's crocheting a newborn baby dress. That's wonderful. And Alana, great to have. I guess looks like she's not going to join us, but I'm going to read this anyway because it's kind of funny. She says, "Hi y'all. Sorry to miss today. Dirt dropped off to cover holes made by the moles out here. I'll tune in, Bonnie, later today. Have fun, everyone. Miss you." Yeah, sorry about that happening though, Alana. But I have battled, and our past history here at our home with our family, we have had the battle of the groundhog. We tried to grow a nice garden in our backyard many years ago. We're able to put up a big fence to keep the deer out. Then we had to put a secondary fence along the bottom, deeper to keep the rabbits out. But whatever we did, we could not keep our local groundhog out, and he devastated it. So I hope you can, take care of those moles. Anyway, Angie, good morning. And Miss Wanda, good morning to you. She says, "Good morning, Miss Bonnie and everyone. Beautiful day in North Carolina. Praying all here are doing well." I hope, yes, we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there. Whatever this bug is that's going around, it's gotten the two children down. As you can probably hear them wailing in the background. They're not being harmed in any way, I guarantee. The worst sounds is when you're trying to give the little one medicine that she just is very strong. Does not like that at all, even though it's something to help her. So she has to. My daughter says, "Mom, I'm not hurting her. I promise. I'm just trying to help her." My son Hudson, um, who lives in our in-law seat with his beautiful wife Molly, just for a short while, they're getting ready to move up to Pennsylvania. They're officially homeowners as of yesterday, townhouse owners anyway. So we're excited about that. He is down for the count with the same bug. So I know, like I said, I know I am a marked woman, just waiting for it to come get me. Maybe not. We'll see. I might be too mean for it, but we'll see. Um, I hope you all are doing well, Wanda. And Virginia, good morning to you. And Kelly said she had rain yesterday. We did too, come to think of it. I think we had some. Today's going to be in the 80s where Kelly is. And no, Kelly, not doing a drawing today. I did not do one next week. It's been a while since I've had that. So yeah, hang in there. And Phil says, "Howdy," waving back at you, Phil. "Howdy, y'all. I am near the Wyoming and Utah state line, heading back to Sioux Falls, South Dakota from Compton, California." Phil, what can I say? You get around. He says, "And to do it again next week." Hit that thumbs up if you haven't. Thank you so much for that reminder, Phil. You sure get around. um, yeah, wow, that's a lot of trucking. But thank you, and others like Phil, thank you for what you do for us. and the way you serve us, with your truck driving, bringing things to the stores and whatnot. We can't do what we do here in the suburbs without you, people like you. Um, oh, Phil says he had to do an update to get it back. All right. And let's see. Becky's in the other room, says hello, everyone. Long time no see. Thank you guys for welcoming her back. Yep. And she said the kiddos and I are sick. Yep, they are. And thanks for your prayers, Wanda. Hello, Trish. Glad you could join us. And Grammy Rita says, hello, everyone. Waving back at you. Our Lord has blessed us with a beautiful day full of springtime blossom smells of lemon and jasmine blossoms. Oh, that is wonderful. The other day I was out driving, and it was a good day because I had the top down to my little Miata, and I just love what you're talking about, because when you're driving with a convertible, with a little convertible, you smell that so much more, and it's just so delightful, especially when you're going for a ride in the countryside. Of course, you smell other things too that aren't so delightful, but I won't get into that. Some legalities of people doing things they shouldn't do when they drive, but anyway, that I digress. And Hannah, thank you for being there with us. Let's see. And Jet One In says, hello. Great to have you with us in chat. I hope things are going well for you and your business partners and things. Still keeping that in prayer for you. Hope things are shaking out in a good way. Becky says, advanced apologies for baby noises in the background. You might hear a little bit of a Blues Clues song or two. We'll see. We're trying to keep them at bay with some child entertainment, kind of low key, since everybody's feeling it. And Michelle, great to have you with us. Michelle's Mosaics, and I guess Mosaics. Wow. Great to have you with us. And Wanda says, hey, Hannah, praying you and Grandma Barker are well. Thank you, Wanda, for checking on Hannah. And Sandra says, good morning, Bonnie, Hannah, and everyone from a hot day in Indio, California, about a half an hour from Palm Springs. Celebrated my 26th wedding anniversary. Yay. Best wishes for many, many more, Sandra. That's wonderful. Wonderful. And Hannah says, to Wanda, we're doing okay. Yeah. Thank you again, Wanda, for asking. And Knit Pearl Squirrel with Granny D says, hey, Bonnie, Hannah, and all here. Thank you for joining us. Knit Pearl Squirrel with Granny D. And Kathleen says, a very good Friday morning to everyone. Glad you could be with us. And Knit Pearl Squirrel says, prayers for the kiddos that they are all feeling much better soon. Thank you so much. And Red Hook, hey, you're joining us from a cold and rainy Northeast Ohio. Wow, glad you could join us. And Asmina says hello, and glad you could join us too. Oh, thank you, Kelly. She said that's a beautiful pattern on the couch beside you. Okay, now let me talk a little bit about this. This is the one that you've seen over and over again. This is the Celtic Sampler Throw. I'm not going to open it all up again, but for those of you who are new and would like to learn a lot of different cable stitches at once, I have about 12 different stitches in this pattern. And I did have a note to tell you all, because I've had several people ask about when the video showcase is coming. I am working on that. I'm hoping to roll that out sometime next week, hopefully early next week. It's just been a little more challenging getting through the Fiber Festival of this past weekend. And also, offering hospitality to my family with the two very young children in a non-child-proof house. So if you can just imagine, it's been a little busy here, and I've been trying to recoup from all the activity. The setting up, I mean, I don't know how many of you all do that out there, but I my hat goes off to those who do this weekend after weekend and traveling to the various fiber festivals. This is about the only one I do for now. I mean, I don't know that I'm going to ever expand upon that, since I don't, I'm not an indie yarn dyer, so I don't sell a lot of yarn. I just sell books. So, and once people buy a particular book, then they don't need me anymore. Once you buy a book, that's one thing. But if you have a favorite yarn dyer where you like their yarn, you go back to them again and again. So it makes more sense for them to be on the road more. Um, but coming in, setting up the day before, driving 30 minutes, setting up and getting everything just right. Hauling in books is a lot more weight than hauling in yarn. Although I don't have, I guess, as much as they had to set up. But I was just really thankful. Just a shout out to my son, Hudson, who's now down for the count. But he helped me to set up, and my husband helped me to pack in and so forth. So I had two wonderful men to help me, but it was still a lot of work. You're still standing there. And I mean, I just wanted to say it was delightful just meeting some of you. Thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate that. I was not bored. I brought yarn just in case it was slow. And we did have rain in the forecast, and it rained just kind of lightly and then heavier later, but just from about noon on. So I didn't know if that meant people were just going to, stay home. So I brought some yarn, and I might have crocheted 50 stitches the whole time I was there. So it was rather enjoyable. It was a lot of interaction. I didn't ever feel overwhelmed. But there was a steady, people coming by to say hi or to look at the book. So I was just indeed very thankful. And I have to show you some of the goodies that I got while I was there. This first I'm going to show you is a beautiful yarn. I don't know if you can tell, but it has sparkly. I don't even know if you can tell, but anyway, just trust me on this one. And this is by this person, Create Yarnworks, and they do have, createyarnworks.com is their email. So if you're looking for some really pretty kettle dyed, hand dyed yarns, they have a lot to offer, and for reasonable prices. So I'm really looking forward to working with this. I'm going to be doing a collaboration with the yarn, with the indie yarn dyer. With this, she is also the same person. Do I have it with me? I don't have it handy, but she's also where I got the yarn. Nope, I don't see it. For the Sunshine Saxon cabled scarf. That's in. I want to show you a picture. Or do I have one here? Yes, I do. Yay. I'll show you the picture of the scarf so I don't have to, because I know some of you have not seen this, and you won't have a clue as to what I'm talking about. All right. Is it all the way in the back of the book? Of course it is. Okay, here we go. It's this scarf here, the Sunshine Saxon Cable. The same yarn that I used for this is also from Create Yarnworks. And it was, just very, very pretty, very colorful. So I got that. And also from another place. And I looked them up online, and I could not find where these could be purchased. It's called Amy's Trinket Shop. And I saw this before the fair started. It's just a beautiful shawl pin with these little danglies. And you know me with greens and blues are just my thing. They just catch my attention. And I just thought that was just so beautiful. So when I had a chance, I went over there and got one, because I knew if I didn't, I would be sorry later. And of course, I went to visit my friend, the yarnsmith, and she is doing these yarns that are named. She does a yarn of the month, or for a bird of the month. And this is one that I saw her advertising. It's called Mallard. It's mostly shades of green and a little bit of speckling of brown here and there, but just beautiful yarn. And I thought it would be so pretty if I paired it with this color, which is called appropriately Dabbling Duck. So I'm going to try to pair these colors together. Again, greens and blues, are my thing. But I hadn't really made a green project in a while, so I thought it's time. So the Yarnsmith, and what I love about her yarn is each of these are $20 each, which by comparison to a lot of other indie dyed yarn is a very good price. Just to let you know, I know that's a lot of money if you're used to only $2 and $3 and so forth. And it really depends on what you're making, really. But this is just really wonderful yarn. It's fingering weight. Let me give you some more details. I haven't done that. I'm failing this morning in that area. So this has 463 yards. I know that this doesn't look like a lot, but it's a lot of yardage. And you're talking designing, making a scarf or a shawl. And this is just a lot more yarn than it looks. Let me go ahead and give you the yardage on this. This is 440 yards. Even though this may look a little bit thicker, this actually has more yardage. But still, 440 is still a generous amount. Usually on a lot of the fingering weight yarn, you might get maybe 400 yards. So if you're getting more than 400 yards, it's a nice bonus. And the reason may be too that this is like sock weight yarn. It's 75%. Both of these are 75% merino, 25% superwash. So nylon at 25% nylon. So yeah, it's a little bit of nylon in there for both of these. It gives the yarn strength. So anyway, well, Hannah is sending me some questions. I better not ignore what she's sending me. Aw. She said Rex wanted to sing music because he heard me singing. I'll have to do the song for him later. Yeah, you're right, Hannah. She said these look a little bit like camo colors. Yeah, I guess they could. But yeah, but we'll see how that looks when we wind them up and start crocheting with them. That's always the fun part for me. And Hannah loves the pink, of course. And I'm going to be making something fun, and that's just going to take one hank of this or one skein for the project that I have in mind. I've already got it up here. I just have to bring it out with my hands. All right. Let me get back to where I was in the chat. Let me see. Okay. All right. So I left off with Kelly's comment. And Carol and the Corn Dogs. Such a fun handle. Says, good morning, Hannah and Bonnie and everyone running in from Northern California. Wow. I need to get up there at some point. And Ola Joe, the Crocheting Sailor. Hey, so glad that you could join us for the chat. And see, Sandra says, hi, Phil. My brother-in-law is a long-distance driver. I have to hand it to you. It's a rough job. Stay safe. Yes, it is. I cannot imagine. Since I do a lot of traveling, I do see a lot more truckers out there, and I do appreciate, especially the ones that drive safely. I really do appreciate them. I've seen some more cavalier stunts lately that kind of, quite frankly, scare me when I'm driving a teeny car. But the real safe drivers, I try to let them in and give them all the preference they need for those big trucks. I cannot imagine. And you all, just as a reminder, when you're out there driving, you don't want to pull in front of a truck and then put your brakes on and stop. Just for those of you who aren't familiar with things like physics, they can't stop very fast. So do be careful when you're there. Give them all the breaks that you can, all the courtesy is what I meant. Not braking as in the car brake, but all the courtesy. And they need a lot of help. It's hard to drive one of those things. um, I know my husband drives a 24-foot trailer sometimes for our church on Sunday mornings, and there's almost nobody out and about. And I've seen him, he's very good at it, but also seen how hard he works when he's behind the wheel. And that's a small thing compared to what these tractor trailers are. They're like, what, 56 feet long. And yeah, give them courtesy. I know you know that. I know you all know that. But anyway, I just I just, yeah, appreciate all that you do. All right. Let's see. Trish says, I love this version of the song. I need the lyrics so I can sing it to all my grandkids. They will laugh at me. Oh, that was so much fun. And yeah, and I try to keep them clean too when I do these songs. So yeah. And let's see, we got people saying hey to each other. I'm going to skip over some of that. Ola Joe says, popping in for a few minutes. Got to watch the replay. Sending my love. Well, Ola Joe, I hope your hubby are recovering. Hope you all are doing well. Please let me know how I can pray for you. Oh boy. Thank you, Ola Joe, for your encouragement there about the song. I'll have to sing some songs for Rex when I get done here. See, he doesn't know that I'm not a professional. Just grandma with the guitar. And let's see. Everybody's saying hey to each other. That is so cool. I'm just, again, going to skip over that. Let's see. And Shelly joined our chat. Says, sing it, Bonnie. That was great. It's so appropriate. Thank you. That was, yeah. Have you ever lost crochet hooks? I know that's a dumb question. If you crochet, you're going to lose. There's another song I thought about singing. It's a Beatles song. I was actually going to go with another song. It was a Beatles song this morning. The song from the early days, You're Going to Lose That Girl. Well, it's so easy just to substitute. You're going to lose that hook. And we just, put scenarios in there in that song instead. I just needed to work on those guitar chords a little bit more. And I just didn't really have the time to what they do, this thing called practice. So had to pull something out of the hat. Got a lot of things. Let's see. Where did I leave off in the group chat? Okay. And Carol in the corn dog says, I've lost my crocheting mojo. I'm hoping to get it back soon. Yeah, I've felt that off and on lately too, Carol, and I wish I could tell you what to do. But I do have an idea. Most places, the sun is shining, the temperatures are warming up, except maybe in Alaska. Sorry, Barbara. I just say get outside and enjoy the outside when you can. I will tell you that that's what a lot of people are doing right now. I can look at my analytics on the YouTube channel, and the viewership is down, 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 as it should be, because everything is beautiful. No, well, things are getting better outside. So if you can get outside and go for a walk, go for a drive, go on vacation, just spend more time outside while you can. Maybe that'll help you to get it back. I have an idea. It's something I'm going to try this weekend as well. This coming weekend, this is May 2nd and 3rd. Can you believe we're at May 1st already? Yikes. So this is tomorrow, which would be Saturday and Sunday. The Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival is being held at the Howard County Fairgrounds. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of an entrance fee. I think it's $15. So that didn't used to be the case, but it is now. Things just get expensive, I think, to host. But anyway, if you can get past the gate, $15, I believe is what it is. It's a huge, huge festival. There are hundreds of vendors of various types, everything from you can just buy a pelt to, I mean, you can get a lamb barbecue sandwich. For those of you who are into that, they're very delicious, by the way. Um, Lots and lots of yarn, lots of wool. They'll have lots of everything, I promise you. But it's, particularly this is a festival that features wool. There is also the contest that I told you all about. It's on the smaller side, but I do know that they had over 400, close to 450 entries that signed up to enter because I dropped an item off, not that I've made, but that my daughter-in-law made. So I dropped that off for her yesterday at at the fair, which will open again tomorrow. Um, so yeah, I mean, just walking around there, just seeing the different displays they have, looking at the yard, they'll have all sorts of stuff there. So, and if you do go, bring an umbrella just in case. Most of it is inside buildings. Yes, there are a lot of other tents as well, but in case of inclement weather, you're going to want to, be able to stay dry when you go from building to building, and wear your best walking shoes because it's a lot of walking. There will be live sheep demonstrations there. There will be shearing demonstrations, spinning, you name it. You need something, you need to buy a spinning wheel, they will have it there. You need to buy a travel spinning wheel, they will have it there. You need drop spindles, you need looms, all of that stuff will be there. It's massive, it's extensive. And if you just want to buy some crochet hooks and some yarn, there'll be lots to choose from. That's also where I got my really fancy Swift last year with all the different wood colors. So yeah, that's tomorrow, Howard County Fairgrounds in Maryland. Okay, you want to make that clear. Um, and for those of you who want to enter your things into the fair for next year, it's open to anybody from anywhere. You just have to mail in your package by a certain date, and then you also have to be able to either pick it up or have someone that you know in the area pick it up for you. If you can arrange that, you can be from Timbuktu, literally, and enter the fair. So it's not limited to just Maryland state residences. So anyway, um, that's pretty fun. All right, let's get back to the chat. And see, Trish Crush says Irish Spring Bar soap, either shredded or broke up in your garden, keeps out the squirrels, bunnies, deer, and other critters. I've tried that here, Trish. I don't think the squirrels in my neck of the woods got the memo that they're supposed to leave it alone, because my squirrels carried it away from my my flowers. So maybe I had the wrong scent. I don't know, but I've tried just about everything in regards to deer over the years to keep them out of my flowers. But that's another discussion for another time. I'm going to be doing the Battle of the Deer again this year, and just so that y'all don't have to comment on that right now, but I have tried just about everything. I've tried that real expensive, really stinky spray, which I don't plan on ever using again because it makes it very unpleasant to sit outside on the porch, which is where I like to sit in the summertime and read or crochet or play my guitar or whatever. And if I'm going to be sitting outside, I don't want to be smelling something horrible, if that makes sense. So I'm looking for other options, but I think the best option I may have found would have been using garlic, because garlic is a pleasant smell to me. I think garlic helped one year. Of course, you have to reapply it uh, every time you get a lot of rain. I know that sounds a little crazy, but I just get the really big thing of it from Costco, which is a lot cheaper than buying that toxic smelling spray. So anyway, yeah, but that's we'll have to get into that once I decide to get the flowers in the ground and see how we do. Um, and Hannah, talking just to Carol and the corn dog says, same for me for jigsaw puzzles. Sometimes you got to take a break. Yeah, right. Hannah's the jigsaw puzzle queen. I mean, this gal, just to tell you, I've said this before. When she was like 2, 3 years old, she was regularly doing 100-piece puzzle that she had memorized as a toddler. Her visual skills are off the charts. If we ever need something in the house and we can't find it, we'll ask Hannah, even if she's hasn't been home for months. You know, we'll say, Hannah, do you remember seeing such and such? And she'll remember where things are. She should probably work for a crime scene or the FBI. She's just got a photographic memory, um, which is pretty amazing. Thank you, Jet One, in for praying for my girl. Thank you so much. Um, Carol and the corn dog said, um, I started a puzzle. It's on the table, but I haven't worked much on that either. Carol, you must may need to just get outside, my friend. Just get outside for a while. Go on a field trip. Do something fun. Um, yeah, Jesus Joy 7, thank you for praying for my family. Thank you so much. Becky says, trying to keep Steve on lower volume. Turn it up, Becky. It's fine. We can't hear you in here. um, and Hannah says to Carol, oh, what's the picture of? I just finished a puzzle of bestseller books. Had one piece missing, unfortunately, but it was fun to put together. 999 pieces. That's so hard. And Shelly from northern Minnesota says, a cool day. Tomorrow we celebrate our 39th wedding anniversary. You must have gotten married in 1987. That's go. Congratulations, Shelly. Yeah, that is fantastic. We're coming up on 38, and we were married in 88. So happy anniversary. May you have many, 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 many more. Um, and Hannah said about the missing piece was the H in the book Heidi, and I love that story. Oh boy. Um, And Jesus Joy 7 says to Phil on the road again. I grew up in Gardenia, Carson, my old stomping ground. Praying for safe travels. How sweet of you. Thank you for doing that. And Jet One N says, oh gosh, yes, I'm trying. Thank you for keeping me in your prayers. Bonnie, you and I ought to plan some announcements soon. Hey, get in touch. Get in touch. Email me, bonniebay@me.com. I'm the only one that answers that. So if there's ever a glitch, it's my bad. So, yeah, she's before I was an event organizer, I did a few markets and with a friend, and yes, it was a lot of work. Yes, ma'am. Being an administrator is a job that I admire from afar. I have no claim of fame as to being good at anything involving administration. Um, or at least it's not, as far as organizing other people, it's enough that I can try to organize myself, and I have my hands full with that. But more power to you. Yes, the world needs more organizers, administration wise, but I'll put the word kind in there, that we need more kind organizers and administrators, because sometimes that doesn't factor into that job for some reason. Probably just said too much. But anyway, Sherry Woodman says, hello, Bonnie. Greetings from New Hampshire. Wow, I'd love to hear about what's new in crochet, and I truly admire your work. Well, thank you, Sherry. Yeah, I just like I sharing with the yarn and stuff today, just my small world, my little take on it. And I must say, I'm getting back to the Frederick Fiber Festival. I did a little slideshow that I put up on the channel. That's just my building. I was pretty limited because I was by myself during the actual festival time. The lady across the way, actually, the Create Yarn Works lady, was the one who was really kind and really helped me by watching my booth while I had to take nature breaks and whatnot. And But there were 4 other buildings full of vendors that I did not even have time to just run through. So, I'm looking forward to the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival because I have absolutely no responsibilities. I'm not doing a book signing. I don't have a table. I don't have t I'm not on anybody else's schedule, except I have to pick up, my daughter-in-law's project, Sunday afternoon. So I'm gonna go probably after church and just to have a restful afternoon, just walking and just enjoying the atmosphere. Um, don't have to be anywhere at any particular place. So that'll be fun. But anyway, because I didn't get a chance to do it this past weekend, which is fine because meeting you guys at the booth was so much, really so much better for me. Um, and yes, Jet One in. If you're going, I'm probably not going tomorrow since I have to go pick up the item on Sunday. But otherwise, I would probably prefer to go on Saturday because I like to take a Sunday nap. But since I have a commitment to somebody else to serve somebody, I'm going to go on Sunday afternoon. Um, but if you want, um, just contact me. Let me know what your plans are. I could even try to. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see about tomorrow because I don't know how the kids are going to do. I don't know how I'm going to feel physically because it's about a 30-minute drive, 35 minutes, probably 40 minutes tomorrow with more traffic um, drive from my house and then the walking on top of that. So I have to, wait and see how that's going to go. Um, and good. Is it Sono? Okay. Oh, that's right. Sonogram. We were um, at our Zoom meeting. Yeah. Thank you for joining us. Uh, and yes, we did have a really good time this past Tuesday. I did send out the links like I was supposed to. Phew, like I said, the administrator thing. There's a lot there. Um, we had a good time with the watch channel, and for those of you who want to join the watch channel, it's $7.95 a month or $79.50 a year. You have access to my best content plus a lot more that doesn't appear on the public channel here on YouTube. And we do have a Zoom, either a hangout or some kind of an instruction or something about once a month where we connect with each other. And hey, and you have the availability of many PDFs that you can just download instead of purchasing them from my online stores. So there are a lot of perks to that if that's something that you are interested in. If not, no problem. And it also comes with no commercials, no interruptions, no spam or any of that stuff. And nobody is going to track what you look at and try to market things similar to you, which you probably get on every other platform. So that's just the way things are. All right. All right, let me see. Where did I leave off? Okay. And we three Bs, howdy. Good to have you with us. And Jet One in says, "Oh gosh, I do love the yarnsmith. Yeah, her and her husband do really good work, and they keep it affordable, I believe, which is really nice. Well, I won't tell you what I've told her, but I've encouraged her. I just said you can raise your prices, because I know it costs her to do business, but she's content where she is, and I think just really has a heart to serve." Oh, thank you, Trish. She said she did like these colors, saying they reminded her of a mallard duck. Yeah, she has all these different combined colors for different birds of the month. She also had some dyed for the state of Maryland, and which the flower is the black-eyed Susan, and it's just a beautiful color. The orangey yellow with the browns. It's really, really, really pretty. Thank you, Jesus. Joyce said she likes the green. That green is so you. Yeah, it almost matches, just about matches my shirt. Gee, I mean, I need to take Hannah or somebody with me to buy other colors sometimes. And Me Through B says, I ice dyed yarn last week. It was super fun. That is cool. I have never done that. I am going to be staying out of the indie dyers way because I just admire their work, but I just don't have the time to get into anything else. um, okay, Jet One in says it's showing 25 online for Yarnsmith skeins, but wow, super stunning. That okay, well that may have been, you know what, that might have been her show prices. That may have been her in-person show prices. Because I think she may even cover shipping. So maybe that $5 is helping her to cover shipping. I can't verify that 100%, but I think that may be the way maybe that is why it's just a little bit more. And she says, I love their dyeing style. Gorgeous. Yes, I do too. And We3B says, I love sock yarn. I make lots of items with it, not just socks. Oh, absolutely. I've never made socks with sock yarn. I'm always working on shawls or scarves or even, I like to make sweaters out of it, crochet sweaters. It's just a great way to get thinner fabric, so that when you can crochet a sweater that's not like super chunky, you can have a nice weight sweater. And Sweetie Face 6 says, hello from Toledo. Well, welcome. Glad you could join us. And Sever, is that Sever Angel? Hello from a rainy Nova Scotia. Ooh, well, thanks for joining us. I love visiting your country and your island, I guess, or peninsula. I guess is it an island or a peninsula? I think it's an island. But anyway, I love visiting Nova Scotia this past fall. It was beautiful. First time I've been there. And Trish Crow says, my rule with a trucker, if I cannot see the driver cannot see me. Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb, Trish. Yeah, or if you can't see the truck in your rear view mirror, uh, don't go in front of them. That's good. And Margita says, hello, Hannah, Bonnie and Hannah. Great to have you with us, Margita. And Rachel says, hello, just finished up a baby blanket. Thank you for your step-by-step videos. My pleasure. I love doing that. Got a lot more here. Do I have anything else? I really don't. Let's see. Nope. I was going to tell you a little bit about the Celtic orchid shawl, but it's still packed in a box. I haven't unpacked it yet from the festival. But yeah, let me go ahead and see if I can get through this. Oh, thanks. Is it TCM Animal? Thank you for. Is that like Turner Classic Movies? Do you like Turner Classic? Is that what that is? I wonder. Um, she likes my patterns. Thank you. That is so sweet of you. Um, and Jesus Joy 7 says, Phil, I sure have seen a lot of growth. The 91 was back early. In the early, it was Artesia Boulevard through Carson. Our home backed up against an open field with cattle and one oil derrick. Wow. And Phil says, I remember I was on 91 yesterday. Wow. Very cool. Thank you, Silver Angel, about my family. She says, I hope all your family feel better. Thank you so much. And Phil, again, talking about you can't overcome physics, who says 80,000 pounds versus 5,000 pounds does not end well. 73 foot long. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, you cannot alter physics. You can try, but it's not going to work out for the 5,000-pound car. And I think my car is even less. I think it's more like a 2,000 pound or 2,500. It's not much. So I would be like a bug on your windshield. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Uh, Oh, thank you, Jesus, Joyce. Just praying for Ola Joe's hubby. Yeah, it was really sweet. And yes, Jet went in. Yeah, definitely going to the festival. If anybody's going to the festival um, on Saturday or Sunday, email me. Maybe we can, meet up, get lunch, or I guess not lunch. I'm going to be after that because I'm going to um, be at church, and my husband's driving the trailer, so I'm going to be a little bit late coming home from that. So I'll have to eat before I go, but maybe we can, hang out for a little bit. And TCM Animal says, I wish I lived closer. I go to the Sheep and Wool Festival in Wisconsin in September. I recommend going to that one if people live close or even not too close. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing about these yarn festivals. It doesn't have to be humongous for you to enjoy them or meet people or find wonderful finds. It can be small and you can, find nice treasures there. And Pam says, popping in for a visit between meetings. Yay. And Phil talking back about 91, I guess, and crowded, so much traffic, 4 or 5 lanes wide in each direction, often stop and go, volumes much of the day. Ugh. I bet you hate driving in my neck of the woods, Phil, when you come into 495 and that 495, 270 exchange, between DC and in Maryland. Crossing that Potomac is a chore. Either direction, really. And we three Bs is saying, yay, happy 39th anniversary to our friends who are having their anniversary. Um, thank you for the prayers, TCM Animal. She says, God is great. And, oh, I didn't tell you. I don't know if Hannah has mentioned this yet in the chat. I'm probably going to wind up about the normal time here, but if we wind up a couple minutes early, that'd be okay. Um, Hannah is going to see the big ducky today. For those of you who have seen that, it's like 6 stories high. And the article that I read, I don't know if this is true or not, but it said that they are going to be floating it in to the pier near or at Myrtle Beach today. So those of you who are in South Carolina near Myrtle Beach and you want to see a 6-story yellow ducky, rubber ducky, go out and take a look. And Hannah said that after this stop, it's going to Dover Speedway in Dover, Delaware. So that's not far from my neck of the woods. So if y'all want to see that rubber ducky, it's going to be at Myrtle Beach this weekend. So check online, for details. Well, it's pretty cool. So we got a lot more traffic talk. I'm gonna skip over some of that. And Wanda says, I'm sitting here enjoying this. Then I thought about Ken Gurley, who calls those who watch but don't comment lurkers. I decided I shouldn't be a lurker. I'm still working on my works in progress. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, Hannah just sent me a picture of the ducky that she saw years ago. My husband took her to see that as a surprise many, many years ago. And so she wants to go see it again since it's coming to her backyard. And Jesus Joy 7 says to Hannah, how do you store your puzzle when working on it? I guess Hannah, she answered you. She says, I have a poster board that I put the bigger ones on. Since Grandma and I don't have a lot of company, she lets me do them on a card table. I recently got a puzzle table from Wayfair. Yeah, and she loves her puzzle table. And she said it was really affordable and can fit a lot of the types of jigsaw puzzles I like to do. I may want to get a bigger one, but it's not a need at the moment. Yeah, very, very cool. And Jesus Joy 7 says, Bonnie, I'm a creature of habit, just like me, purchasing the same colors. I need to be adventurous. Yeah, I like to purchase colors that are going to catch people's attention. Honestly, I mean, full disclosure, there's 2 purposes. One is I want colors that I can wear. So if they're outrageous colors that just don't go with my skin tones, I tend to kind of be a little cautious with them. Although if I have in mind a group of things that I want to have, colors for, a variety of people, all skin tones and whatnot. Um, but I am just naturally drawn to blues and greens. So I tell my kids, don't let me buy blues or greens. And eh, and generally, I mean, I did come home with pink to my credit. Um, but anyhow, yeah, I understand that. But yeah, get adventurous, that's fine. It's good to do. But I also just want to be sure that it's something that if I'm making it for somebody, something they can wear or something that I can wear, and not something that's just gonna hang on the wall or sit in a drawer and not see the light of day. So it's okay, if you wanna, get the same colors, I think for that reason. At least that's my opinion. And I'm sticking to it. Phil says, if you're looking for ideas for projects, maybe think of things that would be useful around home. Placemats, couch caddies, silverware holders for the table, appliance covers, tissue boxes. Yeah, that's a good idea, Phil. I could probably use something like that for my mixer. Um, and he says, lots of useful, pretty things could be used to rejuvenate the Crojo. Yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah. Let's see. Did I miss anything here? All right. So keep it going. I think we're getting near the end here. Yeah. And yeah. And Teresa says, hey, Bonnie, hello from sunny Utah. Finally caught a live at the end. Been caking up yarn for a test knit. Also finishing up the wisteria throw. Yay. Well, it's good to hear from you. Utah. Wow. We might be in your neck of the woods in the fall. Just saying, more to come on that as it develops. And Jet One In says, I'm Carrie. In case my handle confuses anyone, yes, my mission is to lead this event with kindness. Yes, ma'am. Um, and you do. I talking with you on Zoom. You're doing great, Carrie. But you know what I'm talking about. It's real easy to be the commando in charge and forget that we're dealing with people here and not soldiers. Or I mean, soldiers are people, but you know what I mean. Sometimes I think administrators forget that we're not all tracking in the same way that they are. So, and some of us are just slower than others, and I'll put myself into that category. But anyway, well, yeah. Well, let me go ahead. I want to read a little bit of encouragement to you before I go. If for no other reason, I need this. I need this because there's a lot of things we could have talked about today that we didn't talk about. It doesn't mean they're not on our hearts. It doesn't mean that it's not in my mind. Lots of stuff has happened in the past week and a half. Um, and rather than comment on that, we're going to stick to our happy subject here with yarn and so forth. But I do want to read. This is a message from the Bible, from the Holy Bible, and I don't do this to offend anybody or anything like that. It's this is just who I am, where I am. I don't apologize for it. I would not be able to put one foot in front of the other without the guidance of the Holy Word and my God and Savior. So I'm going to just read. I read this this morning, and I thought this would be good to read. This is Psalm 84 from the Book of Psalms, and I'm reading from an ESV version, and this is a psalm of the sons of Korah. How lovely is your dwelling place, O Lord of hosts! My song longs, yes, faints for the courts of the Lord. My heart and flesh sing for joy to the living God. Even the sparrow finds a home, and the swallow a nest for herself, where she may lay her young. At your altars, O Lord of hosts, my King and my God. Blessed are those who dwell in your house, ever singing your praise. Blessed are those whose strength is in you, in whose heart are the highways to Zion. As they go through the valley of Baca, they make it a place of springs. Their early rain covers it with pools. They go from strength to strength. Each one appears before God in Zion. O Lord God of hosts, hear my prayer. Give ear, O God of Jacob. Behold, our shield, O God. Look on the face of your anointed. For a day in your courts is better than 1,000 elsewhere. I would rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than dwell in the tents of wickedness. For the Lord God is the sun and shield. The Lord bestows favor and honor. No good thing does he withhold from those who walk uprightly. O Lord of hosts, blessed is the one who trusts in you. And just love um, just love reading through the Psalms. You get the ups, you get the downs, you get the in-betweens, you get the struggles, and ultimately pointing to where real hope is found, and it is with the Lord. So I hope that encourages you. And again, hope that, oh, who put that in there? Thank you all. Thank you for the happy birthday. I did have a birthday this past week, so thank you so much. Um, but thank you so much for joining us today. I hope to be here next week. Again, it's a little tentative, so I will be posting, what I do as the day gets closer. And if it looks like I'm going to have to, cancel due to travel or illness, I'll let you know. But I'm going to try to be here if I can. All right. We all have a wonderful week. God bless. Bye bye.